Hey everybody, how's it going? We have a great video here for you today. We're actually going to do something that I probably should have done, honestly, right when I got the car. And I'll explain that in a little while why that is. But today we're actually going to be putting on some clear PPF onto the front bumper of my Tesla Model Y. And I have a special guest with me here today, the pro of doing all things related to Tesla maintenance or even just being a Tesla owner. And that is my lovely father. How are you doing?
Good.
Good. So as you can see right here, we're going to be doing this portion in the front. Later on, I'll probably end up doing the hood, fenders, things like that, so that, you know, the main zones of the vehicle are completely covered from any rock chips or anything that might happen to the vehicle while you're driving, especially on highways and things like that. So let's go ahead and get started. We'll talk through what supplies we have, kind of what the method is going to be, and then we'll go from there. All right, for this job, we actually have a few things. The first thing, obviously, is we have our PPF laid out here on a table. And we'll talk about this in a little bit, but having a surface to be able to lay it out is going to help a lot for the installation process. Honestly, my table here is probably not long enough because we've got it hanging off the edge here on both sides. So if you have a longer table that's, you know, maybe 8 foot or something, 6, you know, it'll do for this application. But if you have longer, that's great. And then we do have a few items over here. We have is this called like an electrostatic sprayer? This is going to be really helpful for the majority of the spraying of the slip solution. And then we also have a few other spray bottles. The main one that we're probably going to use is this one. This is a nice heavy duty spray bottle, and we're going to use this potentially for a Tack solution, which is where you combine some distilled water with isopropyl alcohol, and you'll use this for areas where you're ready to actually tack down parts of the PPF, so that while you're working, you have spots that are, you know, not going to move around while you do slip around the parts that you are working on. And so that goes to this here. This is the isopropyl alcohol. And then what we put inside this sprayer with the water that's going to create the slip solution is baby shampoo. Make sure it is baby shampoo because it's going to have the right viscosity, the right, what would you call the slipperiness of that?
Well, I don't know if it just has less other chemicals and stuff in it.
Yeah.
You don't want
a little cleaner too. Yeah. But ultimately, you know, it's going to get the right slipperiness that we need to once you get it in there. That's pretty much it. We also have we've got 2 different squeegees. This is a nice one from Spigen that my dad has, and then this is actually the squeegee that came with the PPF over here. If it doesn't come with PPF, when you go to do your own, just make sure you get one that'll work well. That's really nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And we'll go ahead and start moving on to the first step of the process.
So hopefully it'll get enough charge kind of as we're going along that we can plug it.
So what we essentially just did, so I had already washed the car before we started, actually just this morning. And now we basically just sprayed the front down with slip solution as an extra cleaning step, and we're now squeegeeing that off. For a second there, we were a little concerned because the sprayer wasn't working, but we just plugged it into the wall. We're good to go. So, all right, there it is.
Okay.
Lay her back out. For 2 people is really helpful because we can essentially get the thing on in one go and loosely get it into position. This is a high patience job, people. If you don't have patience, take it to somebody.
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
Like it's going to have to wrap around this side here.
I didn't have to stretch much, if at all, on the Cybertruck, so
yeah. See if I pull it here, it actually helps that there.
Exactly, that's what I was saying.
So we really do now. I think now we're almost ready to basically tack here. Now we're actually ready to tack here, I think.
Yeah.
Because that would solve that problem, potentially help here a little bit too. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and tack down this side here as best we can. And it is pretty critical that we keep this other side up until we're ready to tack it in a moment, just so it's not going anywhere. And then also the alignment too is very important as well. This initial alignment.
Yeah, we'll need tack solution in this corner. I
Yeah,
guess.
there's some right there. You can grab it. Okay. So this is where
Do we have to
you just spray it. You can spray it on top.
on top?
Yeah. I believe, from what I understand, I could be totally wrong. Somebody feel free to correct me in the comments, but the water alcohol combo does help to essentially dry it out, getting the stick back. And our solution might be so slippery that it might take a moment here, or quite a bit of tack solution to potentially get it to stay. So we've discovered that this particular PPF is a little unforgiving in terms of the size of the cutout. So we're seeing here that there's some overage here. So we're probably gonna have to do a little bit of surgery to either cut this off or wrap it around really nicely. There's a few areas like this. The point here is if you get a little bit of a lower budget PPF, which is what this is, you may have some inconsistencies that you have to work with, and you still can get it to look pretty decent, but it'll just take a little more effort. On top of the fact that if you're doing this DIY and you are not a professional, the skill isn't 100% there either, but we are making our way across the card here, and we'll be back in a minute. All right, so I think this is already proving to be helpful. Just barely got the car out here, but that's powerful Texas sun. It's helping a lot. And just roll that stuff under. And if it doesn't stick immediately, we can even wait a couple more minutes. Stick it down. Even got a little bit up here. It's tiny little ones. And I can actually even feel the moisture under them, so it makes sense. Yeah, pretty good otherwise. Pretty good. All right, guys, that's a wrap. Pun intended, of course. It really does look quite good, especially for DIY with a more budget-friendly PPF kit. And yeah, I'm just gonna let this stay out in the sun so that we can get some more of those bubbles kind of flattening out a little bit. And otherwise, it looks really good. It's going to protect the front of the vehicle, and I'm really excited that we did this. It was a little bit of work, but it was worth it. If you found this video helpful, just go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. I'll be creating more content coming up soon that's going to be really, really great. FSD related stuff, Tesla related stuff, all of that. And you can also hit up my Tesla referral link in the description. I've got a few more slots left on that. And if you made it to the end of this video, you have an attention span of steel, my friend. Like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.